Hey everyone, I've got Steve Eberger here with me today from Culture Solutions, and he's going to be sharing a little bit about himself, his business, and his experience working with us at b2bleads.com. Welcome, Steve. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, appreciate being here.
No worries. Awesome. Well, let's jump straight into it. I've got a couple of little questions, and we can dive into those a little bit deeper if necessary as well. So, first question I'd like to ask is, tell me a little bit more about you and your business.
Look, I come from a construction background. I'm actually an electrician by trade. And I formed Culture Solutions 2 years ago off the back of the need for industry certifications, pre-qualifications, business improvement, and then also applying my background of asset management in the roads industry. So we work with companies to help them with gaining certifications under the ISO standards, pre-qualification with government organisations such as Transport for New South Wales, some of the power providers, so the ASP, the Authorised Service Provider Scheme, and other safety accreditations. We also do some internal auditing for businesses where we come in and do a complete audit across a range of areas in the business and look at areas of high performance, areas of low performance, and provide strategies and recommendations on how to improve their systems. And the outcome is by improving their people and the performance of their services.
Yeah, so you cover a lot of areas. Very interesting. So, with the qualifications and certifications, why do you think businesses need this, or why this is valuable for businesses?
Look, from an ISO certification perspective, there's a range of reasons why companies do get ISO certified. It is the highest level of standard that you can implement into your business called work health, safety, quality, and environmental management. It reduces risk for your people, reduces risk for your business. It improves consistency in your products and services, and as a result, improves customer satisfaction. And then also it allows your business to understand what environmental aspects and impacts that your products or services have, and how you can better plan your works to improve the environment. So from that side, it's a really good risk management exercise for your business. Number one. Number two, depending on the size of the projects that you actually want to start tendering for, some clients, and particularly government organisations, require you to be ISO certified to be able to take on that level of work. And again, it's basically, if you look at it two ways, if you had a resume or an offer of someone who is certified and who isn't certified, generally they're going to go with the person or the company, that has those risk management processes in place. They have consistency in their service. And if they're going to hand the keys to their car over, they know how to drive.
Yeah, being a marketer, my mind's going to, this helps you promote your business better, it helps you apply for bigger roles. And so I mean, I'm sure the benefits are way more than that once you actually have them. But and we'll probably talk about this a little bit as well, is that's very much what we lead in with around, value to the company is around, everyone wants that front end, more sales, more opportunities. And so it was good to lead with that. All right, cool. And I guess coming back around to the beginning, how did you first hear about us at b2bleads.com?
It was actually through LinkedIn.
Surprise.
Which it's honestly, from a consultancy-based business, I find that LinkedIn is probably one of the most powerful tools that I have, at the tips of my fingers. And not only from just connecting with people relevant in the industry, but also staying in touch with what those people are up to, what their businesses are up to. And particularly if you are a business-to-business style organization, it allows you to really connect with people who are specific, play specific roles in the business, or people who you could potentially provide your services to and make a difference to their organization.
All right. And were you using LinkedIn much for your own lead generation prior to working with us?
Yeah, I was, and I knew from a social media side, obviously the way that the marketing works these days. Digital marketing presence has to be at the forefront. But LinkedIn, I found, was one of those great tools where I had the ability to directly inbox people. I also had the ability to set up meetings from there, and really just to share value from my services as well, through a lot of my posting and the content that we undertake within the business.
Yeah, so I guess compared to what you were doing previously, where do you think we've added the most value in terms of our work on LinkedIn?
Yeah, it's just the consistency in the message. So, bringing on B2B for me has really got that consistency of grabbing making those conversations with the people that are very targeted through using Sales Navigator, and then also having specific direct messages where we know that we can provide some level of value to their business or to the individual. A lot of the times we're just provoking conversation for people, and seeing if there is a need for that style of service, but also just to build a wider network. I suppose that's probably one of the key things that I'm finding out of this is that we're not just trying to directly bring leads into the business, but we're just trying to really broaden our network and connect with as many people as we can. So when we do share content, and if we're providing that value-based content, they can benefit from that content.
Yeah, absolutely. So I often talk about like the ways that you can build trust around a market need. And like what you have a strong offer and you have a strong presence in that space. Like, but a strong brand and using content to, stay front of mind with that portion of the audience that's not ready to buy right now.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of value lives. And like we're always for our clients and rightly so, they want us to generate leads now. But a lot of the value lives in the leads that we generate today that are, not interested today, but learn about you, know you, see you, and over the next few years, come to trust you and buy in the future. But that's the cool thing about this is you can get a return on investment in the beginning for something that provides even more value in the future. So
yeah, that's right. And I suppose the real thing that I found, and I suppose from a social media strategy that we develop in the business, is that it's very easy for us to just try to sell to people and say that you need me and we can provide you these services, but just providing that value-based content and not always trying to constantly sell your products or sell your services, you do tend to build trust in the long term with your connections, and that builds a really strong brand. And as I said, from expanding our network and then consistently providing that value-based content, we try to implement an 80-20 rule around 80% value-based content and a 20% sale-based content. But we find that our ability to build a network on LinkedIn and get consistent posting, and then obviously consistent messaging through B2B is really made a difference for us in bringing in leads, and it is showing through even just recently a record number of sales within the business.
Yeah, awesome. If you're happy to share, can you share some of the results you've gotten from our work together?
Yeah, so look, I've been on with B2B for around 3 months now. A good amount of time we spent was actually coming up with a strategy on who's our target clientele, what industries we want to look into, what the job roles are of those people. And it's also not only who we want, it's who we want to exclude too. So we don't want to target people who potentially fit a certain role, but probably don't fit, say, the type of industry. So, a big part of that was developing that strategy. And then just B2B providing that consistent messaging and that consistent flow of conversation with that network that we're building. So, from that 3 months, we've managed to basically double our LinkedIn connections in a very small space of 3 months, which if we were to undertake it ourselves, it would have taken much, much longer. So they have a very specified service in doing that. But then also, from coming out of Christmas and having those conversations over, December and January, we'll manage to build, quite a lot of sales, really a record number for us in that direct targeted space, which, has been fantastic for the business. And not only the sales, the leads that we have in place and a large number of proposals that we've actually sent out to our clients. So the service has worked really, really well for us.
Awesome. Fantastic. And I'm hoping I know the answer to the next question is, what would you say to anyone who's considering working with us in the future?
Yeah, I think I'll really look to understand if you really want to get out and build a network and build a brand and have that consistent messaging across. We all try to tend to do things ourselves, but what that does, it makes us time poor, and you don't get that consistency of messaging out to your network. So in engaging B2B, we found that we were able to really grow our network quite quickly, and we could focus on doing the work where they focus on bringing the leads. But the sales process is left over to us, which is what we, where we specialize in. We know our products, we know our brand, but bringing those leads in for us, and our goal, our 12-month goal, is to scale to a certain level of staff and a certain level of revenue, and bringing in leads was the first forefront key in order to do that. So bringing on B2B has really put us, more than a step ahead for us to be able to reach that 12-month goal.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Steve. And yeah, thanks so much for your time. I know you're a busy business owner, so very much appreciated.
Fantastic, Ryan. Appreciate you having me.